Back on the Gianna Volpe Report, brought to you by Michael Evans, author of The Real Matrix, and by Maximus Health and Fitness at 130 East Main Street in Riverhead. I really do like that green dress. It just fits right in with the whole Irish thing. It just does.
And we have both of our guests.
And she also has on, for those of you who don't know, and I'll paint the picture for you with words.
Oh, good.
She has. It looks like a tank top underneath.
Oh, I have my gym clothes on underneath.
Matching Kelly Green. I really like that. I'm just very impressed. You're like a fashion plate today.
I'm a fashionista for sure. So both of our guests this morning are Irish. Tim Batterson, actually, his family owns an Irish place in Virginia where he's from. Mm-hmm. And our second guest is Gerard Patrick Lane, who we've had on the show before. He runs the open mic night where I do comedy on Wednesday nights at Taps and Quirks.
Wait. You're Irish? I thought for a moment you were one of us. What a disappointment.
One of us being what, mate?
Well, you don't know from the accent?
Actually, no. You sound. It's certainly not an Irish accent. I wouldn't be saying it's Irish. And good morning to you, darling Gianna.
Good morning, GP.
How are you?
So well. So happy to have you on again.
So happy to be here. And yes, my name is Gerard Patrick, and regrettably, Aloysius was me confirmation name. Me mother made me take it, Lane. And I come from a long line of lanes.
I love that.
And the interesting thing is, at one point, they were in England and they kind of got kicked out. But that's another story.
Yeah,
I'm here to talk about food.
That's right. So,
you know who else would do the Irish thing really well today? And I don't know if you know him, GP, Gerard, but Tim Kelly, former editor of the Suffolk Times.
Wait. You had Tim Kelly on the air this morning?
No, I said he would do the Irish thing really well.
Yes. He plays the bagpipes.
He plays the bagpipes. He has a shamrock tattoo on his ankle.
He's got the beautiful red beard,
red hair, blue eyes.
I've seen him at the Whiskey Wind.
Oh, the Thursday sessions. Really nice chap.
Gee, I wonder why you would see Tim at the Whiskey Wind.
Because they do sessions on Thursday with the former mayor.
I believe he'll be there tonight if he's joining them.
Oh, I hope so.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, they have an Irish session, so I'm sure they'll have it tonight.
I'm afraid of making fun of him because I don't want somebody coming up here serving me papers. You know?
No, that's pretty funny though.
But I did know Tim a long time.
So About Food just opened in Southold. Where are you located exactly?
It would be 53975 Main Road. We're just east of the Southold Pharmacy.
Okay. And when did you open? Tell us a little bit about the operation.
We're daily hours Thursday through Monday right now, from 10 to around 5. And we are offering up a lovely selection of local and non-local environmentally sound products, very simply made. We're soon to open up a line under my label About Food. And then, of course, I feature things like backyard brine pickles, which are just wonderful if you haven't had them yet.
Oh, they're great.
They come out of, I believe, Cutchogue.
And Randy and his lovely bride are great people. Yes. They've done such an amazing job in such a short amount of time.
The variety is quite good. And they'd be good to have on your table tonight at St. Patrick's Day. So stop by About Food and pick up a jar.
Very nice. And
anyway,
it's funny.
And soon there'll be things under my own label. We're working on recipes and to get things out. But I also feature non-GMO organic tapenades from Italy. And if you're gluten-free, I latched onto a pasta company that, and nothing against gluten-free pasta products, but mostly they tend to be a little mushy. This particular Italian pasta holds up to sauce.
What's the secret there?
Undercooking it and that sort of thing. So, and we always do tastings on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're around, stop by for a little taste of jam or mustard or whatever I'm serving up that day.
Now this is a sort of a trend. The canning, jarring trend. I know we've got a location down here in Riverhead that just opened up, and I know that last year or 2 years ago, speaking with the woman that owns Vine Street Cafe on Shelter Island and the Blue Canoe in Greenport. She was opening some kind of jarring thing. I know.
When you have fresh products and you prepare them simply and, of course, hygienically sound in a safe environment like a production kitchen, you'll have a lovely taste of summer, say, in February.
Right.
So I'm a big advocate of canning products, especially locally made, and I hope to open up to other locally produced products, and then that'll kick in when the season really starts around probably May, June, when the asparagus comes popping up and stuff like that.
And that's what I remember speaking with someone about why it's so great, especially for our area, is because it helps to get the most out of the farmer's yield. You know?
Not only that, I'm a big advocate of cooking simply.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of these products are so good that you don't only need just a little bit of this and a little bit of that to make an additive, say, to a sauce or a glaze or something like that. And so I'm a big fan of that.
What are some of your favorite dishes?
I'm sorry? What are my favorite dishes? I have so many of them. And on a day like today, I'm really feeding some bangers and mash. I would like some, good Irish sausage and that very salty, onion, thick brown gravy. I have an odd palate. But I'll tell you this, and would you like a cooking tip before I go? Are you there?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So instead of boiling your cabbage, and this comes to me from an Irishman, his first name was Age, and I knew him. He was quite a good chef and a great drinker, but that's a whole nother thing. Take your corned beef, remove that core center of it, and chop it up really fine, because we're not wasting anything. Shred the corned beef, and heat up a skillet that you can put a cover on. Brown some butter, and for a whole head of cabbage, you would need a big pan. And about a half a stick, 3/4 of a stick of sweet butter, non-salted, and let the butter come to a slight golden brown. Slip your cabbage in, toss it around with some salt and pepper, and then put a half a cup of Chianti in it.
Oh, wow.
That way, when you serve your corned beef and your boiled potatoes and a carrot, perhaps, your cabbage will just be distinctly, slightly different and unique.
Wow.
And
it's the Italian-Irish corned beef and cabbage.
What?
It's an Italian-Irish.
Well, you know what? He was Irish right off the boat. And
I'm just saying, with the Chianti.
Not like, even though it's an Italian wine,
right.
The Irish haven't been drinking Chianti.
No, I'm just saying it's nice for me to think about because I'm an Italian who always wanted to be Irish.
Today, but put a little Chianti in your cabbage, and you'll truly have a unique dish.
I love it. And what I was saying is I'm an Italian person who always wanted to be Irish.
This is like essentially, though, fried cabbage?
It's not fried. It's braised.
Oh. Yeah.
So that would be the process. You put enough butter in it, let the butter go brown, and as you're tossing the cabbage will slightly collapse, from the heat and the butter. And then add some salt and pepper to it, then throw the red wine in it. The Chianti was the preferred wine for the dish. Cover it and let it simmer for about 25 minutes to half an hour. Not much longer than that. As soon as it's tender, you'll know.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, it's really quite good. As a matter of fact, that's the way I serve when I have corned beef and cabbage. That's how I serve the cabbage. The guests like it a great deal.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
And they always say the same thing. It's because when you boil everything together, it all has that lovely boiled down thing taste.
Right.
And that's great. But when your cabbage is just slightly different,
it
offsets the meal. It brings out that yummy corned beef flavor.
And then
so I don't want to bore you with
you avoid the
advice about your food. But come into the shop. I have a lot of tricks.
What do you mean? You mean you'll share more if I come?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I do it all the time, and then a customer will say to me, why don't you write a cookbook? And I do have a cookbook, but it's like on disc, and it was given to certain select friends of mine.
GP, would you?
Some of my time, very well worked out dishes and certain techniques. So, but I give that advice freely at the shop.
Oh my gosh!
Nothing is ever that difficult that I really have to write it down.
Okay. Well, and man, I want you to teach me to cook now.
What?
You have to teach me to cook because that's like my last wifey skill.
I'll give you a copy of my cookbook. It's called Shut Up and Eat.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, GP Gerard Patrick Lane.
So many people would call me and go, "But how do you do this? And how do you do that? And why do you do this? And why?" No, here's what you do. Now shut up and eat.
Now shut up and cook.
I like good food. I really do. I don't like the word foodie myself. I know a lot of people use that, bandy that phrase, that word around. I think that's a trendy kind of thing. I love food. I love well prepared, and this is from my mom. Simply prepared, fresh ingredients. You could never go wrong.
Find it in Southold
at About Food, 53975 Main Road in the town of Southold.
Thank you so much, GP.
Hey, thank you. And the number, by the way, is 636-5757. Hope to see you soon when you finish your dancing lessons.
Well,
right?
yes, I'll be back doing comedy on Wednesdays. Thank you so much for being on. Next, we have Supervisor Ed Romaine of Brookhaven Town.